Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Today we're going to work on scenario spreadsheet, Excel, doing the functions and also all the calculations that we have to know in Excel. So we are given a scenario where the owner of a hardware asks you to help him to determine or to keep a track of the income generated and stock sold during a promotional weekend. So the promotional prices he will be offering a paint, which is costing 249.99 per 5 liter tin, and the wood that is costing 125.99 per plank. So these prices do not include VAT, and then the customer who spend more than 300 will be given a 7.5 discount. So we are given this scenario where you are given the price of the paint per 5 liter, you are given the price for the wood per plank, and then you are told that this price they do not include VAT, which means that we're gonna have to take out the VAT at the end, and then you are given that the customer they spend if they spend more than 300, then they will get a discount of 7.5 discount. So your spreadsheet should have the following: should have the customer's name, should have the numbers of tin of paintball, the numbers of planks bought, the amount due before discount, and then the discount amount, and then the amount due after discount, and also the VAT amount, and then the final amount, which does not have to carry any small coins, so nothing smaller than 1 coin. So this it has to be rounded off. Wait, there's no rounding. Okay, there's no rounding on this amount. So the owner also need a report at the end of the weekend that shows the name of each customer and their invoices amount, as well as the total number of planks sold and the average number of tins of paint sold. So he would also like to see the number of customer buying wood, regardless of whether they bought the paint or whatnot, and the total value of the invoices where the customer bought more than 25. Okay, make a provision of 6 customers. So these are the things that we have to do, and then we have to make sure that our summary is going to be looking like this at the end. If it doesn't look like this, that means that we got something wrong. Yes, let's go to a spreadsheet. This is our spreadsheet, the one that we're going to be working with. We're gonna have the paint, the wood, the discount required, and the discount, the VAT. Yes, and then we are given the quantities of the paint that were bought. We are given the quantities of the wood that were bought, the amount before discount, which means that we're gonna have to calculate this, and then the discount amount, where the discount amount is to be given to people who have more than 300, and then the amount after discount, which means that we're gonna have to take out the discount, and then we're gonna have to add VAT, and then we're gonna have to get our final amount. Right, right. So we know that the price for the paint is, if you go back here, the price for the paint is 259.99, 254.99. So we're just going to have to copy this and paste here. This is the price, right? So we're just going to remove this because we're working with a comma here. So that is so it has to give you currency. If it doesn't give you currency, then you have to change it to currency. Okay. Okay, and then we also have the price for the plank or for the wood, which is 124.99, basically 125. So we're gonna have to copy this and paste it here. It's gonna have to give us currency. Then the discount required. So if you spend more than what? If you spend more than 300, then you'll get a discount. So this is the discount. We're going to put this thing here. My bad, my bad, my bad, my bad. Let's remove this and let's put this here, which means we're gonna have a comma. So it just shows currency. Then the discount amount that you're gonna have to give if the person they spend more than 300 is 7.5%. So we're gonna take this 7.5%, we put it where? Here. So this is going to be our 7.5%. Let's take it to the percentage. Okay, let's remove that comma. Let's put this right. And then the VAT, which is 15%, I think. Yes, South African VAT is 15%. Yes, this is the VAT, and okay. Yes, so these are everything that we're gonna need. Yes, so we are done here. So first thing first, we have to calculate the amount before discount, meaning that these are the amount of the paint and the wood bought. So what we have to do, we have to add the quantity, which we multiply them by the price, and then we'll get the amount. So we talked about how Excel, every time when you do an Excel, you have to start with the equal sign for us to be able to get the amount that we're looking for. So multiply by the price of the paint, which is the paint, and then this one. Then we're gonna have to add, and then we're gonna have to say the quantity of wood. We're gonna multiply by the price of the wood, and then we get this amount, right? So this one is a relative reference because we do not have the dollar sign. And remember, we have to put the dollar sign because these prices are fixed. So we're gonna have to change this into a absolute. So meaning FN4. Hold FN, press F4 to get the absolute. Then you get that. And then now we're going to have to do the discount amount. The discount amount is the amount that you're going to have to discount if you spend more than 300. So this we're going to have to use the if function. So if this amount you spend more than 300, so it's going to be a shift. If you spend more than 300, then it means that this amount we're going to have to multiply it by the discount, and then since we take the discount there, it's going to have to be in what? An absolute. Yes. And then if not, then it's going to be 0. Yes. So this is the amount that you're supposed to get. So if this cell or these cells, they spend more than 300, then this cell will have to multiply it by the discount amount. If not, then it's going to be 0. Okay, and then now we're going to have to go to the amount after discount. Amount after discount, do we add or do we subtract? Amount after discount, we are subtracting, because if we are having a discount, it means that we have to take out something, right? Right. So which means that you're going to have to do your formula here. So it's going to be this minus this, then you're going to get this, right? And then the VAT amount, so the VAT you're going to have to multiply it from this. So the VAT amount is going to be, did we say that you have to round the VAT or not? Okay, let's go back and check if we have to round the VAT or not. They didn't say anything about rounding the VAT. No, do not change the sheet. No. Okay, they didn't say anything about rounding off the VAT. So let's go back. So if we're talking about this VAT, then we're just gonna have to say this multiplied by the VAT. Since you take the VAT from there, it's gonna have to be a what? An absolute. So it's going to give us this. So the final amount, what we're gonna have to do, are we adding the VAT or we're subtracting the VAT? I say let's subtract. No, when you buy something, you actually add the VAT. You see, like when you go to spa or anything like that, you have to add the VAT, right? Yeah, then we're gonna have to add the VAT. Then we're gonna get this amount. Okay, so since we have this, then just going to be copy and paste to the bottom. Paste, then copy and paste, and then copy and paste, and then copy and paste. Still the same thing, copy and paste. Then we are done with this. So let's just, this one are general, this one are general. Okay, so let's change all this thing to currency so that we risk a jump is okay. But then, hey, I'm so concerned about this. I think we have to run something here, either this one or we have to run it to 0. Wait, let's round to the nearest tens. It has to be in capitals. Let's round this to the nearest tens. Alright, yeah, let's just run this to the nearest tens. Something in me just telling me that we have to run this. We can't just like leave it like that. Don't worry, we see that we have 0 now. The moment when we say copy and paste, it's going to go back to the normal. Copy, paste, it's going to go back to the normal. So that's the good thing about Excel. Then we're going to have to receive this amount. Then when we go to the report, you know the names, simple, equal sign, you go back to sales, you just take this name, you press enter, select the name, and then what you're gonna do is you select the name, you copy, you count how many names you have. We had 6, right? So it's going to be here. So these are the names that we had, and then the amount paid. So the amount paid, this is the amount that they paid. This is the final amount. So what you have to do, the equal sign, very much important, guys. Then this, just press enter, it's gonna come and reflect here. Then you take this, you copy, you paste, simple as that. So since this is in general, then we're gonna have to do this in currency, right? I'm just gonna have to do this in currency, and then it's going to be like this. And then they say that the number of planks, so if they say start seeing that number of planks, then you have to know that we have to do a count number of planks, total number of planks. No, we are doing sum. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna have to do sum of number of planks. Is it? Oh no, this is not plank, this is paint. Sum of planks. Then I'm gonna have to get 80. Then they said average of tins. So if they say average, then average is more simple because it's just like it mentions itself. Average of tins, so is this amount. So since it's in this thing, then we're gonna have to round it to the nearest whatsoever. So that is where we're gonna have to use the round. We don't want it to be in a decimal place, do we? We don't want it to be in a decimal place now, do we? No. Okay. That's going to give us 5, and then the total number of customers would, total number of customers, wait, what does it mean by total number of customers would? Does it mean that we have to do the customer who are buying wood? Okay, let's go back here. Yes, I think so. So I think this is where we're gonna have to use the sum if sum if function if they are buying wood. So if this customer are buying what? Wood. Hopefully I'm doing the right thing. If I'm not doing the right thing, then I'm just gonna have to erase everything and do it in a better way. I'm not a professional, guys. I'm still learning, just like you guys. No, it can't be this. It can't be this. It can't be this. It can't be this. So this is not the one. So I believe maybe number of customers just gonna say the total, right? Okay, so let's try total. Let's try sum of wood, right? It can't be. It can't be. It can't be. It can't be. So what? Customer wood. Customer wood. Oh, okay. Number of customer who bought wood, and then you can see here that here there's no one, here there's someone, here there's no one, here there's someone, here there's no one, here there's someone. So what we're gonna have to do, we're gonna have to use something called the count. Okay, do we use count? Okay, that's a good question. I think so. I think we're gonna use count, but it's just gonna give me 6. What do you mean it's gonna give me 6? Okay, let's use count A. It's gonna give me 6. You see here, this way we're gonna have to use sum if here. Okay, we're gonna check that thing, the 6 one, and then I'm gonna come back to you. So sum if this customer it is more than 25 liters, right? So meaning that we're gonna have to say 25, then this, and then the total. Okay, mistake. I have to put the quotation mark. Gonna have to put the quotation mark. Oh nah, this is not the one. It's not the one. And I cannot say equals 2 because it's not gonna give me the right answer. You see, Excel is stressful, guys. I don't want to lie. I don't want to lie. Excel is so much stressful. Okay, I think I got this 2 wrong. So let's go back and check the memo. If I do have the memo here with me. If I don't have the memo, then it's going to be tough. Okay, is what here is PPP. Okay, I didn't do it. Oh no, I didn't do it. But then as you can see here, the other one, I think we did them great. Oh, it was not supposed to be rounded. So it was supposed to be. I know this 3 was coming from. Count if there's something. What we have to use is count there. We have to use count. That is one thing that I know. It has to be count. Just that I don't know if it has to be count A or count if, but then I'm suspecting count A. It doesn't have to give us 6. It has to give us like only count the number that have a unique number, not 0 here. So that's why I'm saying that this amount here, it has to be counter Okay, let's check the range. Let's do this again. Okay, count A is going to give me like, if the cell are not empty, it's going to give me something. That's the thing about count A. So I don't know if, since here is 0, here is 0, it's not going to change anything, right? So if we're using that count A, it was going to give me 3, because what? There's nothing. But then now my concern is here, sum if is greater than 25 paint. Okay. Oh, yes, I think I know where my mistake is here. This one is tins, right? This is the quantity, 5 liter. Per 5 liter, right? Per 5 liter, per 5 liter, per 5 liter. That's the reason why I'm getting this negative answer. So it's because I'm using customers, but then I'm supposed to use this sheet, not that one. So I'm gonna have to say sum if we're gonna come to the range, then we're gonna have to say our criteria, which is, I don't know if it's going to be equals to, nah, just going to be greater than 25. And then we're gonna do this, and then it's gonna have to calculate the total of this. Okay, let's put the quotation mark. Oh yeah, we have to put the quotation mark in sum. Sum is not like the if function. The if function, we're not going to put the quotation mark, but then here you have to put the, oh my god. No, I give up on this one. I give up on this one. I think some of the things you're just gonna have to just let them to God. So be it. Okay, but then these are the things that should be just when you calculate this thing, you have to do them like this. You have to do them like this. You see? Yes, yes. So I'm going to come back with the solution for the last one, for this last one. But then for all in all, yes, this is how my Excel skill is at, basically. So I'll see you guys on the other video. So come, let's do Excel together. So if anyone knows where my mistakes are, you can just like correct me, please. I'm a learner, I'm still a student, I'm still learning also. So yeah, see you guys once more.